Seems like we're up and rolling. So I already know I told you the story before, but I'm gonna say it again. Tell the story because it really, irritated me. But long story short, I was trying to pay my credit card bill. I do the typical thing where I just pay me amount that's due or owed each month. So I did my regular routine, but the thing about this certain credit card company, should not say no names, but whatever. What they usually do is when I call in to pay for the credit card bill, they'll process the account that I already have it on, but then they take forever getting the money out, and then when they finally do take the money out, it takes forever to get the credit back. Well, this particular month, they never got their payment, and I was wondering why, and they're making a big deal about out of it from probably my bank from Chime, so it's going back and forth. But either way, credit is a scam. And I feel like was this so hard for it comes to a black man in America who's trying to do the right thing? It's kind of complicated. But I know there's other people with bigger problems, but just little things like that kind of really aggravated me. But I know you have deeper thoughts on that.
Yeah, fuck them credit cards. For real, for real. You already know what I say. You should just get like a secure checking. If y'all don't got no credit and you can't get a regular credit card, don't do that credit one shit. The surge. I'm naming all these motherfucking names off. Go get you a secured credit through your bank. You might have to put some money down, but you ain't gotta deal with all the bullshit and all the them trying to scam you, saying that you got late fees and all this other shit. Yeah.
But overall, I just feel like America's supposed to be the greatest place in the world, but it's a big scam.
Yeah, nah, fuck all that. That's the see they ruin that shit with like capitalization and everything else, and that's a whole deep conversation that we can get into. But yeah, you already know how I feel about that.
So, what is your points of views of you, being a college graduate and you're getting into your own lane of field of music and producing, and you're trying to get in with like, how should I say, the higher people, or versus being independent? Do you feel like you're mostly judged as an artist or a producer?
Ooh, for real, like overall, it's very competitive. Whether you're a professional or artist, the industry is very competitive. I feel like for someone who originally came into the game as an artist before educating myself and wanting to take a whole new role like as an artist manager,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I get judged as far as like people might look at me like this nigga's just an artist trying to put himself on or get on himself, or so we're not gonna take him as serious,
Mm-hmm.
kind of. And that's just my opinion. I could be right, I could not be, you know. But honestly, I just feel like that's one thing. Like I feel like, I mean, that's kind of why like that's not like the first thing that comes to my out of my mouth when I meet someone like, oh, I'm an artist. I'd rather just be like, I'm an artist manager or something. For that purpose. For real, for real.
Do you think it's more of a struggle with your other white counterparts?
Elaborate on that a little bit, bro.
Do you feel, because you went to school with those other people in your field, do you think other people judge you because of the different statues of where people come from? Like versus your other white counterpartners?
Well, I mean, shit. We in America, right? So I mean, it's judgmental as fuck. People are judgmental as fuck. The way society is set up, statistics and everything. The odds are kind of stacked up against me as a black male. At the end of the day, and then my parents probably doesn't help either. And so that probably definitely plays a huge factor in that too. Um, and just a black man in society, we got to work extra harder, to get the respect that we deserve. Really for to get people to take us serious. And so there's definitely a lot more. I feel like at stake for us.
Does it feel like America really does have a problem?
Yeah, America definitely does have a problem. Like, and that's why I was just like this whole topic. I was like, like yeah, let's do it because you know. Some people just don't want to talk about it. Some people rather just turn and look the other way or be like, "Oh, there's not a problem," and there really is a problem.
But you knew also has a problem? Drake.
Drake. Yes, yes.
First and foremost, I really love the cover art. I like how though he found her on Instagram, and I like that he gave her a little bit of shine. And I really like the picture. She's really cute. And shout outs to her for getting her grind on. However, out of the album, I probably liked 4 songs,
Ah shit. Ah shit.
but you like less than mine.
The album for real. There's only 3 songs on there that I fuck with. Not and it's not like 3 songs that I probably replay over and over again. But there's 3 on there that I fuck with.
What are the songs?
Damn. You put me on the spot right now too. Shit. Let's see.
I can tell you that my top favorite, I really can't pronounce it, and I don't want to like, um,
Talking about too.
I really love the Loco song. It's like my number one favorite song.
Okay, okay, okay.
And Broke Boys, because I just love the vibe. And if city girls can have their moment, so us guys. And we don't play with fuck boys. We don't need broke boys in our circle.
Nah.
I was trying to make a subway from that, but me personally, yeah, I really like that song.
So honestly, let's see. The 3 I like, "Spin About You." I was fucking with that. I'm a little, my music that I be liking too. A little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then "Pussy in Millions." That one was tight. And then I don't even know how this man. I don't know what the fuck is up with this album and these names that like these crazy ass names. I can't even pronounce them. Jumbo or Ton shit popping whatever shit popping song. That shit was cool too. The beat was kind of a little wavy on that. But yeah, man, there's only like three songs I was fucking with. I know when we originally talked about doing this, you asked me if I listened to the album,
Yeah.
and I was like, nah, because I don't really listen to Drake like that anymore. But I did take the time. Shout out to all my Uber riders that sat through this album with me in the car. Probably like, why is this nigga just listening to Drake? But I took the time to listen to the whole album. He got his streams for me for sure, and shout out to my Uber riders. But I listened to it, and like I said, out of all the songs, there's 3 in there that I like. I did have some take about it. I feel like that album could have been better. I don't give a fuck how many views is on there because I know it's crazy right now. But at the end of the day, there's some things that could have been done production wise, in the way like they did their transitions and throughout some of the songs and shit to make it better, I guess. But honestly, I feel like Drake is just trying to find a wave that's just not his wave right now. It's my opinion.
Yeah, I guess it flopped as hard as Jimmy on Degrassi. If you watch the show, you know the reference. It's a really great show. I can't believe I can honestly admit I don't know if this is a problem, but I mean, since it's an open, honest podcast, maybe because I'm just really into character development. But I can't believe that I really spent over, I think it was about 3.5 days, literally just binge watching Degrassi. And I just wanted to know, we all know the story, we all know how it goes. But I mean, I guess as a creative writer, I kind of want to know what led up to that, so that's why I binge watched it. But I learned that's part of my bad personality is that I get addicted to stuff, and I get this what's another word when you can't let it go, when you keep watching something over. Not so much of addiction as for like something else, but well, we know what we're talking
We
about.
know, yeah, 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 yeah. For sure, for sure. They know what we talk. The people know what we talking about too. For sure.
What was the moment you knew that like America had a problem?
Mm, damn.
I know, I'm trying to get deep.
You trying to get deep? Honestly, fuck. It's the whole race. I mean, obviously the whole race thing. As someone, let's say my father is black, my mom she's mixed, but she look white. You met my mom, right?
Hmm.
So like, um, definitely coming from like a mixed family, like kind of being stuck like in the middle, and then also someone who was raised in the system, um, just being stuck in between, not really having that one definite, like
Hmm.
how it is, like. I mean, okay, it's like when Barack Obama became fucking president. They're probably like, he's a half nigga, so we don't let it slide because he's like a half nigga, like, bro, kind of like that, So, but definitely like that it's just like that, bro. Shit like that, like I don't even know how to say more
Yeah.
other than that, but yeah, I mean, shit. At the end of the day, if you got just a little bit.
Do you feel like, of course, I mean, do you feel that we're misjudged?
Oh, definitely. I mean, everyone knows that, though. I mean, well, everyone knows that. Fuck that. Everyone knows that. They could be in denial about it, but yeah, hell yeah.
I think a bit of ignorance falls into play of it.
That too, and then you got to look at the way people were brought up. You gotta look up the way families were brought up. You gotta look at the way hell, the Constitution was brought up. Laws were brought up. What the presidents early on, rules and laws that they made. Like it's been an issue. I mean, fortunately, like the last few years, there's been slowly changes happening.
Yeah.
Things being changed in the Constitution or certain stuff being removed.
Yeah, thanks to the Karens. I went to, I guess because during the lockdown, there's nothing else to watch. And maybe because, it's a personality trait. I mean, I kind of like a little bit of justice. That's probably why I watch a lot of Karen videos, because just showing them how much they look like a fool. We all went through it with the whole thing of with the mask mandate stuff. And what I get out of these people refusing to wear masks and they're so hard, so called fighting for their rights. Also, if they fought that hard, George Floyd would be alive. So I feel like people have pick and choose in different points of perspective of what's inconvenience to them. It's inconvenience to us black people getting hurt by police, but it's inconvenience for you to just put on a mask and go in the store and take it off when you walk out the store. But they want to prove their point that it's their constitution. And so people pick and choose when they're able to use that ticket, I guess you can say. Know what I mean? But yeah, it was just really stupid how people just, oh, it gets my human rights. It's like, Karen, go home to your family.
Yes, 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 yes.
Have you ever dealt with a Karen before?
Yeah. I'm trying to think. The last time I dealt with a when is the last time I dealt with a Karen? Shit. Back home in Washington. I remember this day so clearly. I was at my recording studio, bro. And I was just minding my business, just got my coffee from Starbucks on my way into the studio. And, I'm turning, getting ready to turn, do my little left turn, and I didn't realize what was going on until after the fact, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm driving, I pull into my parking spot, get out of my car with my coffee shit. I got this on camera too. Just get out, and the car, like, she started honking, comes out of her way, pulls into the parking lot,
Uh,
basically, and parks next to me, rolls her window down. Hey, you cut me off. So she's going off, and my HR lady, by this time already saw the commotion, probably on the cameras in the office, so she's coming out, and so she's like, "Take your ass on, Karen." You did not need, like, but yeah, just shit like that. Cause I'm like, like, I didn't cut nobody off. I waited patiently, did my turn, like, minding my business, like, and you really went out of your way to come this way, to park it to my fucking business parking lot, to roll your window down and say I cut you off, and to go off on me and start getting all belligerent and everything for no reason. I'm like, it's morning time. Like, damn, I ain't even had 2 sips of my coffee probably yet. Like, damn. But yeah, man, shit like that, man, shit like that. Like,
what was the craziest Uber ride you ever had?
the craziest Uber ride I ever had. Ooh. It's definitely got to be the one time I had. I don't know. Oh, I hope she don't listen to this, but
You can block names.
I don't even know the name. But she was just weird. It was just like, she looked like she was a little young. I forgot how old she was, but it was late, man. This is why I stopped doing Uber ride. I don't do Uber rides past a certain hour. You just don't do them. Don't do them. But I picked this chick up from, like, obviously it was like a nice ass house, and you could tell, like, it's her parents' house, like, whatever. All right, so I pick her up, and I was a little skeptic at first because her rating was like a 4.5 or something like that. So I'm
I
like,
didn't even know drivers can rate riders.
oh yeah, we rate riders.
I hope I'm a 5. I mean, I'm nice to everybody.
Well, yeah, you could rate. But she was like 4.5. It might have been a little less, something.
You have to think, like, what did they do? Sometimes I look at that too when I get a driver and they get like a 4.999 or whatever. I was like, what did they do to not get a 5?
Well, I'm gonna say I have 101 5-star ratings out of all my rides, and I got one day, and then 1 4-star because she said I was driving too fast, and it dropped me down to a 4.9 motherfucking 9. 4.99. I was mad. I'm like, I was going like maybe 5 over the speed limit or something, and I had a cop behind me, so there was a car going slow, and so I was trying to go around it, so I sped up just to go around it,
Mm-hmm.
and man, I knew it was her. It had to have been her, because that was the only time that day. Like, that was the only time.
I worked a lot of random odd jobs, and I used to work security, and now that I'm not no longer in that line of field, nor would I ever consider going back because I was a terrible security officer. So there was one particular day, I was securing this. It was student housing, but it was like fancy apartments. So it was like a bunch of rich white kids, so nothing really happens there. So security still is a late shift or whatever, and for the most part, nothing really ever happens. But at a certain time is a college area. College students live there, and young college students are going to do young college student things. So one day, I'm just securing the perimeter area, and then I was up in the gym, and I was looking down at the window, and I can see the pool. Now the rules are the pool's supposed to be closed at a certain time. I hate kicking people out, but you gotta do what you gotta do. So I go downstairs, go through the gate, go and talk to them. I didn't know that this girl was topless,
Oh.
and I was like, okay, I think the pool's closed, ladies, and I just walked away. So
Well, I mean, shit. That sounds worse than my Uber experience where Shorty was just touching herself and looking at me like I was supposed to do something. I was like, "Look, man, you gotta get the fuck up out of my car."
And the funny thing is, I saw her again too, because I'm on the next weekend, the next shift, and she's like, "Hey, remember that time that you saw my boobs?" I was like, "Yeah," and she's like, "You want to see it again?" And then her guy, I guess she had other friends with her, and her guy friend was next to me. He's like, "Yes, say yes." But yeah, I definitely didn't have that job along. But yeah, boy, do I have stories to tell.
Damn.
But you meet a lot of cool random people when you Uber, right?
Oh yeah, I get my networking in for sure. You know, I try to have my business cards. You know, you never know who you meeting. I've met a lot of professionals. You know, you never know what webinars or seminars or whatever.
How's your plug-in strategy like? What is your advice for someone who's like scared to talk to people, but you see an opportunity that you want to express? But how would you do it?
As far as like what, when,
Like networking and stuff like that.
just in general.
Yeah, like when you're doing your job, you see somebody. How do you network yourself?
Shit. Honestly, just being myself, for real, for real. Like for me, like
Like, what do you do? What do you say?
I'm a shy person, but like we're all human, so we all connect to someone one way or another. Someone might be a parent. I'm a parent, you know. So hey, you know that's an easy way in. You know, shit. You know, someone might like music. You know, I like music. I got a passion for music, so that's a way in. You know, like it's just like someone might be spiritual or something. You know, it's just really, honestly, you know, feel the energy, feel the vibe. You know, you could tell like if someone doesn't want to talk. You know, kind of
Yeah,
like, or they're just in their own kind of space.
I'm kind of one of them. I talk to you for cute, but most of the time I have my headphones on.
Yeah, I like your favorite line. I like your shoes. I'm putting you on blast right now. I like your shoes. Cool shoes, man.
But we gotta find you somebody, bro. We gotta go to like the lady bars or something.
Look, man, I'm gonna be real. I need where the 42 and older at. Like,
What do you think we will find them? PTAs.
fuck you. I don't know. I tried a Vincent Adventure one time, but it didn't work out too well. A nigga almost went skydiving.
I want to skydive once.
We gotta put that on the bucket list because I never ended.
Yeah, but they have to have 5-star ratings. If I see a 4.9, but like, what did they do for them not to get a full 5?
Yeah, you put your life on the line for a 5-star rating. I don't know the way my luck is. Shit, it don't matter what rating it is. Better pray.
So are you like a thrill seeker? Like, do you like do roller coasters and stuff like that? Are you like a chaser,
Um,
or are you more cautious?
I'm cautious. I'm a cautious ass nigga.
Were you always like that?
Yeah, yeah. I'm not even gonna cap. Yeah. Mhm.
Did it? How did it teach you of becoming the business person that you are?
I kind of like honestly got thrown into it to be for real, for real. Cause I've always been like quiet, kind of keep to myself type, kind of guy. But like yeah, like it's just really eventually you gotta realize like you know what's not working for you, kind of like it's like
Finding your niche.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And are you gonna keep yourself prisoner to whatever your own, whether it's insecurities or your own thoughts or, you know, caring what other motherfuckers think about you too, you know? And so like once you can focus on that and get over that, you know, it makes it so much easier, you know, for sure.
Because it's like it takes a lot of energy to really carry on to what people feel or think physically and emotionally. It takes a lot. And then when you stop caring, it just feels different, and you feel that's why people like when they feel so careless, you can feel that carefree energy
Mm-hmm.
because it feels like they have nothing in their shoulders, per se.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
One thing I really like about you that you don't really tie yourself down to one particular thing. I like how you juggle and you don't put a label on what you do or what you enjoy doing. You know what you put your hard work into, money, sweat, and tears.
Yeah, yeah. You can't limit yourself. That's one thing. I mean, the world that we live in could change at any moment, you know, and all you like money could just disappear and there not be money no more, you know, and it could go back very so to like early on, you know, like what do you have to offer to get by, you know? And so you gotta take your skills that you're good at. Like, what are you good at? What do you know? Like, you know, and a lot of people have more than one thing that they're good at. You know, like, and so you make the most of what skills you do have. You know, that's why people have their skill sets, what they're good at, and stuff, and never limit yourself. You know, and a lot of things, the world, the way the universe works, everything is connected in a way. So like I mean, one thing might help you with one situation can help you with another situation. You know, shit. There's money all around. There's different ways to make money out here. There's different ways to get by out here. You know, why limit yourself?
Exactly. That's why I want to keep growing with my future. Is one of the reasons why I went to Full Sail for film, and now I want to be like, okay, what's next? So next, when I settle in, I'm looking at barbering schools. Then after that, going to sewing classes. I just want to keep elevating and I guess still finding myself and finding my niche, but still enjoying life while I can since this is the only one I have for the moment. But at least I can say I did what I wanted to do.
Exactly, exactly. And that's life. You know, a lot of times people forget like what you know the meaning of living or what is living. You know, and we focus too much, and I say we as just everyone in general, focus too much on things that are irrelevant at the time. We don't focus in the moment. Oftentimes, that gets missed, and there's missed opportunities there. Like so. Definitely got to make the most out of all moments. Make the most out of whatever makes you happy. Go for it. You know, and fuck what other people think and how they feel, um, because at the end of the day, we only can live for ourselves. When we die, we dying alone. We ain't taking no one with us. I mean,
And that's why I started this podcast. Couldn't have said it better myself. I really appreciate you for this episode and spending your time. I really appreciate the audience for chilling with us. Hope you guys have your drinks, your smokes, and opinions. Because I know everyone has one, and I'm curious to know. This will probably most likely be on YouTube, but write your comments down below and tell me when did you know that America has a problem? But I'm about to go enjoy life now. You guys should too. Deuces.
deuces.